Okay. Oh, last time we had an episode, I got it wrong and said that it was episode 4 when it was episode 5. It's terribly complex, and I know there are people out there who actually care. But last
I
week,
care.
deeply, last week's was, I said it was episode 4, but it was actually episode 5, which makes this week episode 6.
Oh, man.
And I entitled it "A Time for a Little Refreshment" because we're going to go to the local eatery and have a couple of scenes. One with the assistant to, what's her name? Melinda Murphy? Who,
I kept my notes from last time.
who's been in liege with all of these cultists of some sort.
Winona Lamb.
And simultaneously, you will be talking to Mordred and figuring out exactly, how much you're actually going to let on about what you guys have learned so far.
I hope there's a cheese course.
There's always a cheese course.
Excellent.
I mean, we're not
Everything
barbarians.
falling in place.
It was right before the jousting.
Ooh, medieval times.
Don't fill up on cheese before you joust.
Yeah, that was a rookie mistake last time.
Before we get started, however, we owe Miles an explanation of what happened last time. And I need to give you guys some flux points. So, somebody give Miles an explanation of what happened last time.
Well, Miles,
Oh,
last time we played, we took all the information that we got from the big heist inside of the big computer and everything. You remember all that? Anyway, we got all that stuff, and we found information on 5 people. We found that the cultists were a Carol Huff, a Joseph last name, a Winona Lamb, and a Jeffrey Goodwin. And so we said, all right, let's go and we have to give this information to Mordred. But before we do, let's set up a meeting for him this evening, and we'll go see the lady who doesn't work for Globex first. Well, we just...
It was Joseph McGee.
Joseph McGee, okay.
Yeah.
I thought that, I'd put that, but I thought I was listening to, Bobby McGee, and that I'd messed it up. Anyway, so we go over to Carol's house, and we knock on the door, and I used the very subtle line of, "I have drugs," to let us in. It turns out that she was really just kind of a drug addict who was along for the ride. She used to work at Globex, she was fired, and they knew that she'd kind of do anything you wanted as long as, you could hook her up. And while we were there, we found a business card for her boss, a Ms. Melinda Murphy, and some pretty crazy drugs that I took a sample of, and a wacky cultist robe. And so we made these 3 there just made a great call to call up Winona Lamb, who is the secretary or assistant for Melinda Murphy, and set up drinks at the same restaurant that we're going to meet Mordred at. And so we can run a Three's Company-esque double date scenario. And so we thought, hey, we've got a little bit of time. Let's look up this Jeffrey Godwin person, or Goodwin. And so it turns out that his mother was a succubus and killed his father. And we have his mother in custody. So we went down into the bowels of Round Night Corps, and she's there, and she said, "Look, I'll tell you what's up. If you want me to come in and sex me up good." And so Nobody else really had the gumption to do this, except
Lamorak.
except Lamorak, who was like, "I'm in it to win it," and he let down. So he went inside, did the deed, and said, "You're welcome," and she just gave up all the information.
All the information.
Yeah.
All she told you was that her son said that he would do anything to get her back to normal.
Well, to be fair, that was kind of all the information.
Okay.
No, she said that her son was. So we know that about him. We know that he wasn't like scarred by it. He wasn't harmed by it. He was actually very much of a mama's boy, and so that's something we could potentially use to leverage.
All right.
Why do we care about her son again?
Her son is one of the cultists.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Did I miss anything?
No. So that's pretty much where we left off. Everybody who played last week gets 1 flux point and 1 build point.
Okay. I need to record that. Have you got Roll20 fired up?
Yep.
Okay. Ah, there we go.
And so you've got a few hours between now and dinner time. Not very many, but a couple. Is there anything special that anybody wants to do? Galahad has demanded that she go with you because she's about to kill Guinevere. She doesn't think that's a good idea.
That might solve some problems.
It might cause others.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's gonna be booze at this place, right? I feel in the mood for a bar fight. Is this the kind of place you have a bar fight at?
Nope.
Oh God, no.
Any place can be the type of place you have a bar fight at. You do it right.
Exactly. Is it someplace
Growing
we
up
have
in
to dress
East Texas
up?
taught me that.
Do we have to dress up to go?
I mean, our suits would be appropriate.
For you, yes.
It is the kind of place where if you're not wearing a jacket and tie, they will hand you one or not let you in.
I don't wear jackets and ties, though. So I guess I need a cocktail dress. Alright, well. Somebody insert a fashion montage here.
So, like, the first 2 dresses, she's going to come out and we're going to go.
Poppy's 80 music.
Yeah, that's the one. In the combination of Corporia and Mannequin 2 on the move.
Right.
Hey, who did we lose?
Chris.
Chris, I
Lost
think?
Chris.
Chris? Yes. There's
He
only one
kind of
person.
pops in and out, though, sometimes with this connection.
Yeah. Okay. Is there any particular way in which you guys want to approach this?
Very carefully.
Um,
Wait. Why should we start now?
I'll go to the table with Mordred, but I'm going to need at least one knight there because he's not going to trust whatever I say.
I'll go.
Okay.
Are we going to split half and half between the two?
Roughly.
Wait, who else are we meeting? I forgot.
We're also meeting Winona Lamb, who is
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Then we lost Doria.
She's just going to pop out and pop back in because her
Okay, yeah,
connection's
she's an
really
internet. Okay, so who's going? Glenn's going over to see Mordred, and Gravy Boat is going over there. And anybody else?
Probably me, I'm guessing.
Okay. Bert. Okay, so then that leaves. So how are you gonna handle the chick at the bar, Winona? I mean, she's only there to have drinks with Dagonet. D3. So are you just gonna have D3 go up there and everybody else is doing recon, or are the rest of you going to go up there? Don't all talk at once.
Yeah.
I can't hear you
Maybe ask
talking.
specific characters.
Okay. Okay, so D3 is going to the bar to talk to Winona. So that leaves, and then Glenn, Gorloy, and Bert are all going over to talk to Mordred. So that leaves Galahad, Gawain, and Celia. Right. What are you guys doing?
I will go with D3, but as sort of a off to the side, backup type reconnaissance person.
You'll be at the bar, not our table.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, people are terrible.
Yeah, Galahad's going to the bar as well.
I will go to the bar.
Galahad, Gawain, and Celia are at the bar.
I think one of you should disguise yourselves as a cocktail waitress.
Why?
Those very good reasons aside, we're doing it anyway. We'll put that in our back pocket. I can transform someone into a cocktail waitress if necessary.
Galahad
Can we say Lamorax here, disguised as a cocktail waitress? Using his
Lamorax,
mad
like,
undercover
"Why are you waiting
skills.
I don't know that he really has many mad undercover skills. I mean, he went undercover as a costumed creature at the other place and ended up smoking.
Is this the sort of restaurant where a Mexican luchador would be out of place?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you guys get there all appreciably a little bit early, I assume, to make sure that you can stage yourselves as necessary.
Yeah.
And walk in separately. I would assume that like the three that go to the bar go in first and kind of settle down at the bar, so it's like they've been there for a little bit. Galahad gets into drinking immediately.
I'm with her.
Then Winona arrives while D3 is scoping out the place and waiting for her to arrive. And she's having connection problems, it looks like. So sad. Goddamn internet. Okay. We'll hang on that one then. And then the other three are going to meet Mordred for dinner, and he's going to come, well, a little bit later. Let's see if Chris and Doria have their internet back yet.
all of the cables coming into our apartment building are laden with ice and snow right now, so that may
Oh,
actually be affecting our ability to
oh, that sucks.
connect well and smoothly.
Well, are you both
Yeah.
here now?
I think we are.
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
The last section, I could only hear like every third syllable people were saying. So
yikes.
I would advise keeping your camera turned off.
yeah,
Yeah,
Just
turn
so-
your, turn your bandwidth down as far as you can, and okay. So then that means that Winona arrives while you guys are scoping the place out and kind of just and while D3's across the street looking all How does D3 dress?
got a very slick suit.
Like corporate or more like, eccentric?
There's some flair.
How many pieces of flair?
Ric Flair.
There's only one piece of flair. It's very subtle.
What is it?
I dress like a French party boy who went to school in Switzerland.
Like a French party boy who went to school in Switzerland.
I'm sorry, I'm not particularly familiar with that style. I clearly have led a deprived life that this metaphor is inconsistent with my experience.
I will try to. I'll see if my bandwidth allows me to find an image, and I'll add it in the chat.
Ooh. Okay. What does Winona look like? She is she's a tall redhead, and she looks like she's dressed like she came from work, but like she managed to do the whole from day to night thing in the bathroom on her way out. So she's changed a couple of things, put on redid her makeup a little bit, stuff like that.
That bitch.
But she heads in and she immediately starts looking around, and that's when you make your appropriate entrance. D3.
Okay. So so I will see her and I will approach her and say hi and tell her I have a table all set up.
Fantastic. So you does the whole nice to meet you, yada yada yada, shaking hands.
Yeah.
I am and you are, and yeah, and let's go sit. Okay.
I'll tell her she looks amazing.
Oh, thank you, she says. Okay, the three of you at the bar. Galahad is drinking. What are the other two of you doing? Are you looking around? Are you doing your jobs?
No.
Sort of.
I will give you each a flex point if you don't do your job and you drink with Galahad.
I will totally drink with Galahad.
Awesome. They're not paying attention at all. All right. So while D3 is going through the perfunctory small talk crap, Mordred arrives. How are the people who are greeting Mordred going to greet him? Do you guys want to come in and get a table before he gets there? Do you want him to get there? Do you want a Brady Bunch thing where everybody shows up at the party at the same time?
I say we Brady Bunch it.
I'm going to be there early.
So one of you is going to be there early, the other one's going to show up at the same time?
Yeah, I'm going to show up at the appointed time.
And
Yeah.
Corloy? What's Corloy going to do?
Fashionably late.
No, I'm going to stay there. I'm going to arrive at the same time he does.
All right. Okay. So Bert goes in
Because I
and
don't feel comfortable leaving him alone for 5 minutes.
Probably for the best.
Bert goes in early and gets the table, while the two of you meet Mordred, who arrives in his suit. Looks like he just came from work himself. His tie is just a little bit off kilter and just a little bit undone.
He gets no
And
respect.
what?
He gets no respect.
Yeah, something like
Oh.
and he looks around until he sees, and he obviously makes a point of noting who's at the bar, and as he's, looking around the room, that's when he's approached by two of you, Gorloy and Glenn, because Bert's at the table.
All right. Mordred, first things first. If I get some bruschetta, will you have some? I don't want to be like the pig. You like this now. And okay. Second thing.
I
Here's
heard
what
the calamari's good too.
Yeah. Oh God. Plate. Let's just get a big sampler plate. Oh,
Alright.
also, here's what we learned from the big hullabaloo. Take it away, boys.
Whatever we had agreed on previously for what information we're actually going to give him, I had all prepared in PowerPoint slides. And it's on a USB, is a flash drive. So I just pushed across the table. And these are my interns that I had do it, so it's probably going to be poorly made. I made sure that nobody did any double checking for clarity or error correction.
Nobody proofread this.
Nobody proofread it at all. And they didn't get all of the notes, and they had to transcribe a whole bunch of stuff within a 24-hour period. So,
So, not actually lying, just
no,
just not making it any easier for them.
exactly.
Cool.
He takes it and takes out his phone and plugs it in so that he can verify the information right there. And he sits there and goes through it while you guys are waiting for your appetizers.
So you want stolen information?
It has a lot of transitions.
Is it the default PowerPoint theme? It's like...
Some of it probably is, and then at some point, I figured probably like they handed it off to the next intern because they were working in shifts, and they played with it, and one of the interns made it all super pink with like teal lettering, and a lot of swipe motions when it
Awesome.
like just
They've
awful.
just taken a course.
Yeah.
He's heartily amused by this, and laughs and chuckles several times. But then he nods and he pulls it out and pockets it and puts it away. In the meantime, over with Winona. She asked, so what were you interested in?
Well, I just thought maybe we could see if our interests align. And I'm just furiously checking my notes here for a second. I was just really impressed, when we were over at Globex, that one time. I just wanted to see if maybe there was some way we could work together.
Okay, well maybe. What what can you bring to the table?
Well, I have a lot of contacts just kind of in and around, with, various people that, are various levels of listers. So depending on what you need, I can probably hook you up with the right people.
I see. Why would you do that for us?
Because you could probably also help me expand my network.
Oh, yeah. Our network is much, much larger.
Yeah, but is it as diverse as my network?
Well, I don't know. I'd have to know what your network is exactly in order to be able to determine that. Do you have a breakdown of who your target audience is and
Yeah, mainly my network are, people that really want to go out and experience life.
Uh-huh. Okay. People who might be interested in things like expeditions into different territories and might actually join up a security firm for something like that.
I think they might. They're always down for adventure.
Mm-hmm. I see. Well, I'll have to let you know about that.
Which is the polite speak for hell no.
Your people can talk to my people. There's a roll I want you to make. Give me a second so I know where it is. I'm gonna have you make, Doria, a wit plus instinct roll. Your target number is gonna be a 9.
Okay. I will spend flux points on this.
Okay, how many do you want to spend?
Let's see.
You spend half your metal or something like that, or up to your metal or something like that?
You can only spend half your metal?
I don't remember, actually. I know there's some rule on it, but... Or maybe it was half.
To the rank and the related
Spend
skill.
a number of flux points as you have points in the skill.
That's it. There you go. Does that make sense?
You can only spend as many flux points as you have points in the skill.
Right.
And the skill is not wit, right?
Right.
So the skill is instinct?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that means I can spend no flux points.
Oh, bummer. Okay.
Well, this'll be interesting.
This will be very interesting.
Boxcars.
Stop it! Oh wait, boxcars are good. That's
Yes.
right.
Don't
In
stop
this
it.
instance.
Okay. This is hey. I got a 6 and my wit is 3, so that's 9.
All right, you can reroll that 6 too. Let's see how much you get. So you notice that as she's brushing you off, she's kind of glancing in the area of the bar every now and again, like she's looking for somebody. Her attention isn't completely on you.
Okay.
The three of you at the bar who are completely oblivious to everything.
Da, da, da.
You guys, and Galahad has been bemoaning Guinevere for the last 25 minutes solid.
Oh my god. I've made a poor decision.
Well, I'm sitting there with Galahad like, I know, right? Oh my god. Seriously, she's the worst.
And her overall fate in life being stuck, having to deal with all this crap. And basically just commiserating with Gawain while poor Celia watches on. And you guys are about the third round of shots so far. And as you're talking, a brunette walks over, who's in this beautiful black dress, and she just has this air of what's the word I'm thinking of?
Confidence?
Mystery, confidence. That's a good word for it. Confidence. Like she's totally in control.
She owns the room.
She does. She owns the room. And she walks up to the three of you. How is she going to say? How is she going to actually open this up? And she says, "Might I buy your next round?"
God, please, yes.
You look like a and I hate drinking alone. Galahad doesn't seem to care. Celia obviously just jumped up there and said yes, so she sits down and joins the four of you and says, "I haven't seen you around here before, and the bar I unfortunately spend too much time here."
Okay,
What exactly are we drinking to? To which Galahad says, "Doom and misery."
Misery.
The end of mankind as we know it.
So much misery.
The agony of destiny. The crushing pain of it. She says, "Oh dear God." I see. So we are definitely in need of some lighter weight discussion here.
are we?
Yes. Yes, we are.
I think we're right where we should be.
Really? Only 2 shots in and you're getting drunk already? For a nice strapping man like yourself, I would assume that it would take many more than that.
And you'd be wrong. So wrong.
All right, back at the table with Winona, D3. How are you reacting?
I'm trying to just kind of keep her chatting and also kind of notice where she's looking.
Okay. She doesn't seem to have found whatever it is that she's looking for. And she looks in the direction of your 3 friends at the bar who are really supposed to be keeping a watch for you, but are drinking. Very clearly. They're not just drinking casually, they're drinking.
No. We're trying to drown something.
Yes, I'm trying to drown these other voices. Please stop talking.
No.
I'm pretty sure if you tell him to stop talking, he'll just keep talking and think of more things to say just to be contrary.
Yeah.
Gorwal's got his eyes open. Is he aware of what's the shenanigans going on over there?
Yeah.
I'm going to turn to Mordred and say, was Galahad this much trouble last time around?
Trouble. He looks up at the bar, having been aware that they were there, from the beginning.
Well, yeah, of course. And this is me telling him that not only do I know he knows, I don't mind that he knows that I know that he knows.
I see.
Ha 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 ha!
No, so far as I heard the first time around, all Galahad did was run around and get the Grail and save a bunch of maidens and kill a bunch of shit.
So you didn't actually like associate with him much.
Not exactly, no.
Okay. Because I'm finding it hard to believe that he was this much of a pain in the ass.
Galahad. Oh, she's sad. She doesn't know. He smirks and he says, "Must be something about being born a bastard."
Ooh.
It's a burn. You're gonna need EMT.
Bring the aloe.
Mordred says, I heard something about that you guys were actually in the network a little bit more than just going into the HR files.
You can prove nothing.
I wasn't.
It took
We agreed
forever.
never to speak about that.
It seemed like they were there for weeks.
I said, well, I can. I did come across some other information, something else that I can hand over to you, but I don't know if you want it.
Why wouldn't I want it?
Okay. Just
What are you playing at, wizard?
it's always the baby of the family who's like this. Okay. I said, we're in there. We had to go through. This is a massively complex computer system, as I understand it. I don't really know how computers work, but I know how they don't work. And this thing was a massive, flux and computer-esque labyrinth of sorts. So we had to go through and go through a bunch of hedges before we kind of went into the middle of the hedge maze. So we found some other stuff, and you can have it, but I don't know if you want it.
You didn't answer the question. The question was, why wouldn't I want it?
Some of it can be a little intense, and some of it may be... 1 second.
There's dogs barking. It's amazing.
Who brought the dog to the restaurant?
Sorry, my neighbors are assholes. I said, well, some of this may be stuff you're just not ready to hear and not ready to know. So you need to make a...
ready to hear, not ready... What, do I look like I'm some pansy who can't handle it? Come on.
Okay.
Before.
And I will hand him over the giant disk drive full of all that crazy spam we unleashed. just gigs and gigs and gigs of it.
That's the best.
And I said, now be careful with this. You don't want this just flying around anywhere, okay? You can't have just Joe Sixpack off the street knowing about this.
Whatever. He puts it in his pocket.
Okay. He was warned.
Does he even look at it before he puts it in his pocket?
No, he just puts it in his pocket.
That's gonna be great.
The calamari arrives,
Tips.
as does the bruschetta, and besides edamame as well.
Good, I am starving. I will first notice if Mordred will eat and drink with us.
He has no problem with that.
Okay, good.
He will break bread with you.
Good. That means he can't kill us because magic.
Yes, because Mordred never broke a rule.
No, but if he breaks the rule, then, he gets into weird, comes back on you threefold long knives stuff.
Do you remember all of the terrible things he was willing to do and accept the consequences of last time? Come on!
Yeah, and he ended up dead in a ditch. Hopefully we've all learned a valuable lesson.
We obviously learned nothing from last time, so I doubt he did either.
I learned a lesson. I look fabulous now. Walking around in robes and stuff. Not me.
All right. Back at the bar.
Yes?
Your new brunette friend, she gives you all a fresh round, and she starts telling stories that are really funny to try and lighten the mood about oh man, I wish I could remember this joke, and then I could just use it. Oh god, do I have enough time to look it up?
Is it Frank's a cripple, Because I love that joke.
That joke is too long. Do not tell that joke.
Oh, I think I found it.
So there was this one time when we were in the wastelands doing mushrooms.
Here we go. Okay, it goes like this. All right, she says it goes like this. Okay. So the lion's walking in the woods and comes up to a zebra, and the lion says, "You know what, zebra? You are a ridiculous-looking animal. You're half white, half black, half horse, half donkey. Look at me. I'm rough, I'm tough, I'm the king of the jungle." Zebra just shrugs and moves on. Lion comes to a giraffe. Lion says, "You know something, giraffe? You are a ridiculous-looking animal. You've got a long neck and little horns. Look at me. I'm rough, I'm tough, I'm the king of the jungle." Giraffe just kind of shrugs too and moves on, rolls his eyes. Lion comes to a frog and says, "You know something, frog? You are a ridiculous-looking animal. You're green and slimy." And the frog says, "Hey, fuck you, I've been sick."
I love that joke.
Which puts the entire bar into laughter. Everybody who was listening. In fact, it's almost enchanting laughter.
Oh, God, sons of bitches.
And poor D3 is watching all of this happen while simultaneously trying to figure out who the hell Winona is looking for, while Winona is trying to finish her drink to get out of the situation. Are you going to keep her there?
What'd you say?
What's your margarita joke?
What are you going to do?
Who? Who are you talking to? Sorry.
Doria.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm going to start complimenting her some more, and just kind of start talking about some friends I know in the fashion industry and how one of them's doing this really interesting thing with medieval patterning and working with wyvern patterns.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's really interesting. They're all woven together.
Huh. What's a wyvern pattern exactly?
Well, they're kind of like flying, fire-breathing worms.
Flying fire, like worms? Like worms that you put on a fish hook?
No, they're a little more fierce than that and larger.
They're fiercer and larger. Do those have something to do with all the stuff that's been happening lately?
There has been some weird stuff I've been seeing around.
Yeah, everybody has.
Yeah. Have you seen anything?
About that?
What?
Have I seen any of it myself?
Yeah.
She tilts her head to the side as if she's contemplating whether or not she actually wants to answer that question.
Of course she does.
And I'm gonna put on my listening face.
She doesn't look exactly sure what she's going to say. But she finally says, "Wyverns look like small dragons. I've seen one."
Really?
Unfortunately, yes.
What happened? Did you get hurt?
It's very personal. I don't like talking about it.
Oh, I get that, but I mean, you look great, so you must have handled it okay.
It wasn't me that was the victim. I just saw it happen.
How close were you?
Too close. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't like where this conversation is going. She looks at the bar and she finally makes eye contact with the brunette that's sitting with the other three. And she looks like she wants to leave, but then after just one glance from the brunette, she settles back down again and sighs heavily.
Mm. And I'm just going to say, that woman is stunning looking.
Oh,
Do you
really?
know who she is?
Do me a favor and make a... Well, don't do me it's not a favor. I'm the GM. Do what I tell you, damn it.
Now we finally hear why she really wanted to run this game.
Make a wit plus influence roll. Your target number is going to be 7.
All right. Let's see. 8 plus 7 is 15.
All right. Okay. All right. What was the question that you just asked?
I said, I said something about, that woman's stunning. Like, do you know her?
Okay,
Yeah.
she gets a look on her face of like sudden shock and like oh no, I wasn't supposed to be caught. That she's totally bad at covering up at all. And she kind of gets flustered for a moment and she says sort of, I guess. I mean, she's my boss.
Ooh.
Dun dun dun.
Oh, so, do you want to go somewhere else? I mean, sometimes it's uncomfortable to...
No, that's fine. That's totally fine. It's fine. Here's fine. Yeah, she waves for the next waitress that's coming by. Orders another drink.
So I'm going to kind of message, through the iPhone that the stunning brunette at the bar is her name Melinda?
Melinda Murphy? Is that the same person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's who you assume it would be based on what she said.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna send that out.
Are any of the people at the bar actually paying attention to their iPhones, even though they're in their retinas and basically you can see it in front of you? It doesn't necessarily mean that you're paying attention to it.
I'm always paying attention to mine, so yes.
I am alert and awake to any signs of danger.
So Celia, you notice first, and the other two will notice shortly afterwards.
Does when we got the files from Globex, whoever we got those files from, I don't suppose there was a picture in her file.
There was a picture in her file, and the picture in her file was of a black-haired Asian woman, not a brunette,
So not this woman.
next to you.
Can I run, like, some sort of facial recognition type of, I don't know, program?
Uh-huh, you can have Merlin run it for you, actually.
Yeah,
And he'll
that'd
do
be cool.
faster.
And can Glenn do any kind of detect magic or anything like that? Like if she's doing like that same kind of spell that he did?
Yeah, kind of like do that to see if it's holography.
Yeah.
Sure, is there a role for that?
I just rolled magic plus holography to be able to identify it, but that's entirely up to you. There's nothing in the book says.
Yeah, that's probably. Yeah. Same difficulty to cast it to recognize what it is, then.
Okay.
That makes sense.
But I don't get my normal casting bonus stuff. So here
Right,
we
you're not cast. You're just
go. Okay, 6 and a 3. That's a 9 plus 8 is 17.
Okay. Yes, it's definitely magic. It's not exactly the same magic. It's older. It's a lot older.
Ah, okay. I will message that. That this is some type of very old thing, so it's something that's going to last longer than what I can do. It's better than what I can do, and she probably killed somebody to make it happen.
Is this Morgan Le Fay type magic?
What would you describe as Morgan Le Fay type magic?
No, I want a message to the wizard. I wouldn't know, but he might. I don't know what he knows.
What does he think?
Yeah, and I'd like to keep it that way.
We haven't established that Glenn knows what he knows.
Yeah,
That is part of our problem.
I said it's just a very old type of magic, which could be anything from something related to the Fae. It could very well be blood magic. It could be something involving old Celtic human sacrifice. It could be even like older Indo-European magic. But it's very old, so it's not what I do, which is type of technomancy.
Galahad, by the way, actually hasn't noticed anything going on her iPhone because she's too busy being enraptured by the woman, by the brunette.
Does Mordred seem to take notice of the magical goings-on?
Not that you can tell.
Okay.
All right. I am going to, like give a front to Winona and sort of impress her that I'm going to try and be a hero without saying it like that. So I'm going to send a very expensive bottle of champagne to the brunette, and say it's from her. Just tell the waiter to say something like, "This is for the best boss in the world."
I hope she's a really terrible boss, like the worst boss ever.
Like she thinks it's sarcasm.
Well, usually the worse your boss is, the better they think they are, so...
Okay. She looks mortified as she realizes what you're doing, and she says, "No, that's okay. You don't need to." But it's too late.
No, this will be perfect. Trust me. Bosses love presents.
She just kind of watches it helplessly as the helpful cocktail waitress goes back to the bar and gets out their best bottle of champagne and walks over to the threesome and her and
Excuse me.
says, "Oh, with compliments from that woman over there who says it's for the best boss ever." She looks at it. Brunette looks at it, and then she makes eye contact with D3 and just smirks.
Classic D3.
And then pops it open and starts pouring for everybody. And actually, she makes a big deal out of popping it open, too, and she asks for the ceremonial blade that is behind the bar. So
I was hoping there was going to be a sabering.
And she steps back and she says, "No, everybody watch!" And she gets the whole bar and a good chunk of the restaurant is actually watching as she holds the sword over the champagne glass, over the champagne bottle. Brings it down, and with a satisfied clunk, she manages to actually hit the cork right on the cork, and it pops out and goes flinging and hits
Ow.
Gorloy in the back of the head. Which nobody seems to notice because they're too busy oohing and ahhing over the fact that she managed to do that, and she starts pouring the champagne for the people at the bar.
I'm going to try to salvage a little dignity by catching the cork. What do I need to roll?
You can catch it with the back of your head.
Def plus athletics.
In my hand. Okay.
Oh.
Def plus athletics. All right, hold on.
No, catch it in your teeth.
I rolled a 5. My Def plus athletics is 4, so that's a total of 9.
Okay, you catch it.
Okay. Stick it in my pocket.
I'll say to the brunette, "So, it's a magical night."
Galahad's kind of like leaning on her hand, watching Melinda with this kind of dazed look in her eyes. She looks like she's feeling much better, though. All right. What's going on, guys?
Did anything come back on that recognition?
The facial recognition?
Yeah. Because I don't actually want to talk to her. I just want to know who she is.
Let me think about this. The facial recognition comes back as a woman that lived in the city but died about 5 years ago
Okay.
by the name of Bonnie. And she worked for Globex.
I didn't even know she was sick.
You're the worst.
Can you send that to Glenn? And is there anything Glenn can do to try and counteract the magic and kind of demask her?
Ooh.
That's a good question.
I could always just punch her in the face.
We'll
If
Please
we
don't.
knock her out, the magic will probably stop, right?
That'll be plan like Z.
Or maybe somebody can spill his drink on her accidentally.
Well, I don't know if I mean, it's not like she's a witch. She won't.
It might ruffle her a little bit.
Do we know that?
I don't know for sure. But hey, let me take a break for just a second.
Okay.
Okay.
You take a small break and we'll figure out what we want to do. Yeah, see, the thing is, if this is some kind of older magic, then well, we don't really know all that can be entailed there. We can try to douse the area with different types of magic and see if it overloads. I don't know.
So you can't just turn it off and on again?
I don't know if I can or not. There's not.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, there's not like a
Always with the tech solution.
So if that can indeed happen, it's entirely up to Stacy. Because a lot of the magic rules are left intentionally vague.
So here's what we do. Cat,
Yes.
you get her attention.
Wait,
Then
hold on.
I'll
Who's
hit her in the
talking?
back of the head with a bar stool.
Who's talking to me?
Wait a minute, what are we talking?
You're not punching women?
No. I'm not punching her. I'm hitting her in the back of the head with a bar stool.
Wait, so what?
Because if
You want to do what?
I want to knock her out. We knock her out. Generally speaking, when you knock them out, that's the magic stops. Usually.
Something more drink then.
It's not. Because carry her off and lock her up at Globex, in one of our cells.
Kat, you have a really good knowledge skill. Can you mix up some kind of knockout poison? Flip her a Mickey?
I have this Pax that I don't know what it does.
I know exactly what it does. It
Not
lowers
helpful.
It lowers your willpower, but it makes you much more susceptible to, but less susceptible to crazy monsters and stuff.
Oh.
Oh, did anybody take any of that pixie dust stuff from the drug addict
This is a
department?
great way to find out what it does.
Yeah, I have, to answer your question, Arthur, I have medicine. I don't know if that would help me knock someone out.
I say we try the pink stuff. Either that, or I'll talk Winona into joining the party, and I will just, try and spill a drink on her and see if that gets her flustered or anything.
She
Or
might
starts a fight.
with West.
What?
Spill a drink on her and then her magic doesn't work, like the Wicked Witch of the West.
Maybe.
How is Mordred reacting to the events going on over on the other side of the room?
He's
Is he watching? Is he?
he's watching. He's looking over there casually as best he can. Whatever.
Okay. He's
Should
not.
somebody
He's not.
at the table say, I think that's your mom over there? Entertaining those sailors?
He doesn't seem too concerned about it, but it has his curiosity. All right, so what's the plan? Just barstool and hit her in the head, or?
I would like to officially object to the hitting somebody with a barstool plan. For now. Not ruling it out entirely. I'm saying keep it on the back burner.
All right.
Which knows about our backup plan.
Can I learn any more about this magic to be able to fiddle with it?
Fiddle with it.
Actually, that's a good thing. Let me see about it. So.
Actually, instead of just trying to fiddle with her magic, why don't you just cast a spell? That might get her attention, and then you could get into some kind of a duel or
Oh
something.
wait, no, I can cast a counter spell.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What is the rules?
That's a great question. I'm looking them up right now. Casters can attempt to block an enemy's spell with a counter spell. This requires the character to cast a spell of the same type, magic plus appropriate discipline, and meet or exceed the opponent's original casting target number. If successful, the spells will cancel each other out. If unsuccessful, the enemy spell functions normally.
Okay, give me the Reader's Digest version of that again. What do I have to roll, and what do you have to roll?
Whatever she well, the first thing I need to do to know is if my holography is the same type of magic as hers. If it's not the same type of magic, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah, it's the same type of magic.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay. then I need to know, you need to know what her role on it was, and then I need to cast a counter spell, which will take up one of my spells for the day, and I need to
Um, she got 20. So
Okay.
That's impressive.
good luck with that. Yeah, I rolled a 6. It was awesome.
All right. I'm going to spend 4 flux points,
Okay.
and I'm going to pray.
Who are you praying to?
Woohoo! I got a 5 and a 6. And I got a 4. So I got 24. 23, sorry.
All right. All right.
So to give you a better thing about that, while I see that, I'm going to take out my wand and kind of under the table whisper some Welsh.
You know what?
Whisper some Welsh.
He's
Under
playing
the
with his
table?
wand under the table.
I know. I was trying not to say anything.
You're gonna play with your wand under the table while you're whispering Welsh. Okay.
Ah, that's the one.
Why we can't
know
take
what
you
I mean.
places.
Yes, this won't look good on the HR report. I may complain about a hostile work environment.
Here, hold my other one.
Ooh, this one's smaller.
All right. The spell that you're countering, you're countering her making everybody happy spell, or are you countering whatever spell she's using to make herself look like a dead person?
Which one
Dead
did
person
y'all
spell.
want me to cancel?
Which one? What?
At this point, I'm taking orders from the people who know what's going on. So I'm going to leave that up to either Celia or Dagonet.
All right. So Celia, you let everybody know that this is a dead person, right?
Yes, yes, I do.
Okay. Okay. So well, I mean, it just happens. Her whatever illusion it is that's actually making her look like this drops, and she loses a little bit of height, and she turns into a very attractive, youthful-looking Asian woman. Right there, in front of absolutely everybody, and she looks very perturbed over this.
I'm
Get
sorry.
her!
Youthful looking what? I lost a word there.
Asian woman.
Right. Okay. That's what I thought.
With sleek black hair that goes down to like her waist. Galahad looks extremely shocked. Her eyes go really wide, and she sits up straighter, and she looks at her closely. She says, "What the hell is going on?"
I'm going to
He
walk.
doesn't.
I am
You've
going
seen
to.
this before.
I am going to walk up to her, say very quietly in her ear, "You're in danger. You need to get out of here. Follow me."
She gives you this look like,
Not even a roll.
Say, come with me if you want to live.
roll. It'll be a difficulty of 17.
17. Okay. How many flex points can I spend?
Oh, it's wit plus influence. So what's your influence?
All right. Hold on a moment. Should have had this up. Come on. Wit plus influence is 7.
No, what's your influence by itself?
Influence by itself is 4.
Okay, so you can spend up to 4.
Okay, I will spend 4.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay. I rolled Snake Eyes, so I get to roll again, right?
No, not with Snake Eyes.
No.
I thought it was double. Oh, okay.
No, only
No, if it's
six.
6, yeah.
Oh,
Snake Eyes
Well-
is a complete
Bot.
failure. It's a
okay.
bot.
Well, so much for that idea.
Can I,
To run up and throw up on her.
I use a lucky attribute for another person's roll?
She disappears as in a puff of smoke.
Okay.
She like completely disappears.
She completely disappears.
Damn.
She's gone.
That's invisibility.
Is she invisible?
That's a good question. Can you see invisible people?
Well, if she just went poof, I mean, I'm just gonna throw my drink in the area where she'd be standing. If it clings to something, it will be her.
You throw your drink and you hit Galahad in the face with it.
Oh no!
Well, it was nice knowing you.
Sorry about that.
And she just gives you this look like, you're the one who's gonna start something?
Well,
Fine!
I figured we could use the exercise.
She gets up and gets ready to get into a fight.
I walk up to him, say, "You're in danger. You have to leave right now."
Stacy, can I identify if she teleported or turned invisible?
Gosh, yeah, let's see, like a magic plus knowledge
Okay.
roll of some sort.
8 plus 4 is 12. Yeah, 12.
She's not invisible.
Okay.
Damn.
So could she have turned into something else?
Like a puff of smoke?
Well, anything could have
A
happened.
bar stool.
It's magic. Technically, she can turn into ennui.
All you know is she's no longer here.
Okay. Can I look at a photo from like somebody's their eye recorder thing of like the moment before she disappeared and the moment after, and then pull like a highlights thing of which one of these is not like the other?
What?
You notice there's a puffin in the room now.
Exactly. Like,
Celia would have a better shot of actually doing that, considering she's a hacker.
okay, that'd probably be done by.
In an amount of time that makes sense. Now, if you wanted to pour over images for several minutes, days, or hours, or whatever it is, and look at every little difference, you can. But if you want to do it at a time that in a short enough time span, it would have to be her that does it.
Yeah, and somebody who's not adding a 1 to their die roll would probably be great.
Yeah. Give me a hacking roll. Your difficulty is going to be 12.
Ooh. Well, I rolled 2 6s, so
You exceeded it.
Woohoo!
it's at least
Nicely
12.
done.
12 plus 11 is 23.
Plus 12 is 35.
The only things that are missing are the remainder of the bottle of champagne and her.
Are there any additional people?
Wait,
things.
she took the champagne.
Yeah. No, there are no additional people.
I mean, that was an expensive bottle. Come on. Would you leave it behind?
She's got good taste.
I was gonna drink that.
I'll order another bottle for Cecilia.
Hooray!
Can somebody check outside? Teleportation has a very small brain.
Well, Galahad's drunk.
So perfect.
Also drunk. and Celia's not so bad, and D3 is entertaining, and then there's the three of you at the table. So do any of the knights want to leave to search for?
I've already stepped away from the table with Mordred, so I think it behooves me to try and hunt her down.
Oh,
I'm
well,
in a good
that's
position for
much
that.
less fun than my plan.
Mordred is just watching all of this with a smirk of amusement on his face.
Celia, what's your plan?
Oh, I just wanted to look at the security cameras because I'm lazy and also people are terrible.
They really
So
are.
I thought that I'll just sit here and
Yeah,
do this.
Did she bamf from the front or the back? If you were going to bamf your way to either a street or an alley, which would be the shortest distance? The back or the front?
Or would the roof be closest?
Back.
Okay, then that's the direction that Gorloy heads in.
So okay, make a hacking roll again, Celia. Gorloy, make a wit plus instinct roll.
What's my target?
12.
So I've got reduced by 1, 11. So I rolled a 10, 11, 12, 14.
I rolled a 9.
Okay. Gorloy goes out what seems to be the most likely closest exit, which is the back. While Celia starts looking around at all of the footage from the nearby cameras, you see her appear out front next to a very fancy sports car, and then she gets.
Oh, hey, there she is.
But it's in the front, and Gorloy's in the back.
Quickly, the bar stool.
Seriously, man, come on.
I say that. I stand up, I say, quickly, the bar stool, and I run out. Oh, wait, no, I'll put down like a 20 for the apps.
A 20. Okay.
I want to see cheap. Like we all shared them. $80 app. That's what I'm saying. That probably covers my bits.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to run because that sports car is probably faster than me.
Way faster than you. Where are you running to? Is everybody running out now? Is that it? Are you all following the crazy wizard?
Did I get the license plate? Or whatever the equivalent is where we're at? When we're at?
Yeah.
Okay, well, then I just track that. Because I can still sit here and look at security cameras to find that license plate. Because I'm lazy.
And you have a
And
bottle
we
of
have-
champagne.
And we have revealed the true motivation of hackers everywhere.
Oh, I have a question.
Yeah.
When all the magic explosions and puff of smokes and whatnot were going on, what happened to Winona?
Yeah, she's still with me.
She's still with you.
Does she
and
look
I'm-
shocked, confused, surprised, or anything like
The
that?
whole bar
I
is
was-
shocked, confused, and surprised, and the entire restaurant in some way, shape, or form or another, but it's actually starting to begin to go back to normalish, except for the fact that Gawain and Galahad still look like they want to kill each other. Winona looks like a deer caught in the headlights. Like, she doesn't know what the hell to do now, and she quickly starts trying to leave.
And I'm just going to say, does your boss do stuff like that all the time? Because that would be really annoying.
No, not usually. No. Thanks for the drinks though, and everything. Nice to meet you. I should be
Yeah.
going.
Well, why don't I give you a lift?
A lift?
Yeah. Yeah, I can drop you home.
No, that's all right. That's all right. I prefer to walk. Actually, it's a nice walk.
Oh, well, I can totally walk with you. I want to make sure you get home okay.
I don't need that. Thank you very much. I can take care of myself.
Well, I just heard that there were wyverns around, so I wanted to make sure that you'd be okay. D3 isn't taking no for an answer. He's sticking to her like glue.
Roll wit plus influence. The difficulty of 10.
Okay. Let's see. So that's rolled a 7, and I have a 7, so that's 14.
Okay. Her eyes widen a little bit at the mention of wyverns, and she says, "What? Really?
Wyvern, where?
You're lying to me, aren't you? You're not. That can't possibly be true."
I will just message over to Kat to send me some, or Cecilia to send me some wyvern footage, or if it's hacked, or shot or
images
whatever.
of flying snakes.
Exactly.
Let me just whip that up real quick.
You're a very talented hacker.
Real quick, make a fake news story about wyverns being in the area while you're sitting at the bar, looking at the security cameras to find out where Morgana went.
Drinking the second bottle of champagne I bought you.
While drinking.
You can just ask me to make an illusion of wyverns. That takes like half a second.
It might be easier.
Walk over to the table and wait, have you seen the
Dude, you heard about that too?
Oh my god. Yeah. I'm surprised this entire building wasn't engulfed in flames earlier.
Yeah, but it's not in this area right now, so we should be okay, right?
I don't know. They could strike any time.
Okay.
I really have to go.
Yeah, we'll go with you. Wyverns. I grab Galahad. Come on.
What? she just as you grabbed Galahad, she just had a bottle raised over your head.
This way. You can hit me later. It will be fine.
Fine. Alright, so
Just put it on my tab.
Galahad, D3, and Gawain are gonna walk Winona home. That's the deal.
Well,
D3 is doing more of the walking, and those two are staggering.
So we're
I can walk in a
splitting the
straight line while
party?
drunk.
That's a good idea.
So can Galahad, mostly. She hasn't been drinking very long, though, so she's not that great at it yet. Hang on, I'm gonna try.
Shadow that group, as I apparently do not have to burn her tires into marzipan or anything.
Okay. Celia,
Marzipan.
the expensive sports car is registered to a guy named Tristan Legault.
Yep. I'm not even going to remotely know how to spell that.
Lago.
Oh, like the go. Sorry. Trist.
French, so it's a whole word, but you only pronounce half of it.
Or
Okay.
you can be British and call it Legault.
Gold. You can do that too. You can press section him and find out that he's the VP of marketing. He is who Melinda directly reports to.
And
Penthouse in the city.
he has what now?
He has a penthouse.
Oh, a penthouse. Okay, that's makes much more sense.
What'd you think I said?
I no clue. Not penthouse. All right. So what was he just like waiting for her to smoke bomb out of there, or?
He wasn't there. She had the car herself. That's
Oh,
what she was
okay.
registered to.
It's just his car. Okay.
Exactly.
So can I get his address?
Oh yeah, super easy.
Yeah,
Has
cool.
he also been dead for years?
No, he's
Good question.
He's very much still alive, and yeah, his penthouse is in a really nice place downtown, and right near Globex HQ, so that he can be.
Okay,
close to
so
work.
we can either assume that she's going back to the penthouse, which is where I assume this car belongs, or we can assume that she's going somewhere else, and I can try to find the car, maybe via, like, I don't know, traffic cams or something.
Hacking the car's GPS.
Oh, I could do that too. I mean, I could. I'd rather not.
I have too much champagne right now. I don't feel.
I had like 6 shots and half a bottle of champagne, and you know.
Gorwa sees that there's nobody in the alley. He comes back inside, sits back down with Mordred. Well, that was fun.
Uh-huh.
Everybody else is gone.
Mordred is still there, right?
Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
sitting there the whole time just watching everything, and while his back was turned, eating all of the edamame.
Nice. Anything that sticks it to Mordred.
Pretty much.
Are you putting the empty shells back in with the full uneaten edamame too?
No, but I'm putting him on his plate.
Oh, nice.
I'll sit back down and says, "You know that stuff has estrogen in it, right?
What?
Soy."
Whatever.
Okay.
So? Mordred says, we done here?
I was waiting for more show, but we can
I think the show's over, man. Looks like, you guys spooked the center of attention there.
That is what it looks like.
Yeah, it is. And so now what are you doing? Because, half of you fled. Most of you fled.
Yeah, where is everybody right now anyway? Okay, so I know D3 went with what's-her-face.
Winona.
Yes,
Winona.
thank you. Who else left?
Galahad and Gawain are with D3 and Winona.
So, how many of us are there here? 7?
Glenn
So, yeah.
is shadowing them, is that what you said, Arthur?
Yes. Like, I have their iPhones and everything on, so I don't really need to track them or anything else. I can just let them be 2 blocks ahead of me.
Okay.
So it's just the 3 of us left.
Yes, exactly.
What do you guys want to do?
I'd like to point out I'm the only one who put money down. I'm just.
Yeah, I was just gonna finish eating.
Mordred takes the $20 bill and pays with his card. His black, whatever, cred stick kind of thing.
His Obsidian Platinum card.
Yes, there you go.
Excelsior Plus.
And then he gets up and he says, yeah, so, you want some help chasing her down?
No, I got it.
Really? You guys don't seem like you have much of anything, if you don't mind me saying.
Rude.
My people on it right now.
Rude.
Sure.
Rude.
It's because people are the worst.
They are. They're just terrible.
Alright, he says, I'm gonna take off then, and
Okay, bye.
we're holding up your end of the bargain.
See you later.
All right.
Alright, he takes off. Alright, those that are with Winona, She takes you several blocks away from the restaurant, but continues to put off any idea of getting in anybody's vehicle. Even though Galahad starts whining a few blocks in. Because
You want me to
she's drunk.
carry you? I can carry you.
Please. No, wait. I think the world is spinning as it is. It might start spinning even more if I end up off of it.
All right.
So I will continue to walk. But why are we walking? I have a motorcycle.
Oh my god.
Well, get on your bike and follow along at a
It's back
steady
there.
pace.
I don't think I should drink. I don't think I should drive anything right now. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Alcohol alters your perceptions.
That's also true.
Her receptions.
Receptions. Really, you don't have to. I don't see any wyverns, and Galahad says, "Yeah, where the fuck are the wyverns? I want to fight a wyvern."
Okay, I'll come here.
I was gonna say I wanted to like iPhone our little troop here,
Uh-huh.
and just be like,
Let's see.
should we just
More.
should we wizard, etc. Just like summon an image of a wyvern and try to scare her into giving us information?
I think that would be a good idea at this point.
I mean, she seems absolutely terrified of them.
Okay. Is there like a cat or something?
A cat?
Like a cat, or it's like an alley cat, or like a little somebody walking like their little dog or something?
Sure.
Okay.
There should be no problem. There's a gentleman who, in very colorful dress, walking his chihuahua who's got a little mohawk.
I'm gonna turn the chihuahua into a wyvern.
That seems like a great idea.
Wait. You're
No.
creating an actual wyvern, not like an illusion of a wyvern.
Yeah, you're gonna have to fight it. You're gonna have to stab it. Blood's gonna come out and stuff. I don't want it to like set up like a whole big thing. And
I don't want to kill a chihuahua.
Let's do the thing. All right. It's a transmogrify spell that I'm adding 2 to the difficulty of because I am not the target, and I'm adding another 2 to the difficulty because I need it to I need to be a little bit farther away. Okay. A difficulty of 15. I got a 15. A 5 and a 2.
Okay.
So, I turn.
The gentleman's adorable little dog suddenly begins.
Hermage flux events. We got us.
Create flex events. Starts turning into a decent sized wyvern, making these terrible sounds as it does so. And the poor guy who's losing his pet backs off. His eyes get really wide, and he looks completely shocked as the cute little chihuahua disappears, and it yanks the leash out of the guy's hand and lets out a cry. And Galahad stops in her tracks at that wonderful sound. And she turns around and pulls her sword and says, "Finally, I get to kill something!"
All right. I glance at D3 and I'm like, yeah, I gotta go with this one. So I draw my sword and join Galahad. Make sure she doesn't get killed.
Banana takes one look at it, and her own eyes go wide, and she bolts. She starts running towards wherever her home probably is, or somewhere.
All right. So I'm just going to signal to the troop that I'm going to try and play Prince Charming with her. So I'm going to use my speedster legs and chase after her and just pick her up and try and carry her as far away from danger as possible.
Okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
play that one song from the Kevin Costner movie.
I don't like Kevin Costner, so I wouldn't know what you're talking about.
It's Carrie and Whitney Houston, and they sing that Billy Porter song.
Oh,
They are
that
both
horrible
terrible
remake of a
people.
Jet Li movie.
Yes, that one.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. In battle with the Wyvern. Is it just Galahad and Gawain?
I'll get there
Apparently.
eventually.
Are Gorloy and Bert leaving the restaurant now?
I imagine we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
So you're a
going
little...
to go find a good rooftop.
Okay. Okay. Well, there's many good rooftops around. They're all good. None of them wearing black hats.
Many of these were featured in Rooftop Aficionado.
I subscribe to that.
Bruce Wayne
Your
founding
computer is full of
publisher.
rooftop porn.
Okay. Gawain, Chris, roll a d6.
Alright, a d6. 4.
All right. The Wyvern gets to go first.
Excellent.
Wow. This ought to be interesting. Where did this go? Okay, so we're gonna attack you. We're gonna attack Galahad because she's striding up first.
Is there any way I can get it to hit me instead?
You wanna try to taunt it?
Want to try to what?
Taunt it?
You gonna call it names?
Well, if I can. If Galahad ends up getting hurt, Lancelot's gonna kill me. So
You could abandon your turn and defend her if you want.
it's not gonna go over well with her.
No, she's probably gonna really pissed off at you. She's already pissed off at you because you threw her drink at her.
Yeah.
Thing. Your partners in crime.
All right, I'll just let it ride. Let's see how it goes.
Let's see this one. Okay. Ouch, that's a whole lot. So she's going to try to defend. She's doing a sucky job at that. That brings it down. She still gets hit, so that's and then she gets hit. Okay.
You.
Sorry.
Wizards are gross.
Okay. The Wyvern comes in and it strikes at Galahad, who dodges back out of the way, but not fast enough for it for its claws to get a hold of her right leg and it to draw its claws along her leg, causing a bloody mess and going actually through her armor.
No, fabulous.
I am great at making wyverns. By the way, it's got this spell will last 4 rounds, and then it will turn back into a chihuahua.
Okay, so that's the first round. Then we're in the first round. Okay. Oh gosh, I better keep track of that, or I'm gonna lose. Round 1. All right,
Round 1.
now it is Galahad's turn, but she's going to be screaming in pain for a moment. So Gawain gets to go.
Woohoo! Yeah, I'll see if I can stab it in the eye. So let me see. Hold on, I gotta find my. Oh, getting medieval. All right, so. And ooh, 6. 15. That's 22.
It's 22. Let's see. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that much of a defense, but let's try defending. Where's that? Man, you guys would be lucky you're only fighting this thing for 4 rounds.
Yes, yes, indeed.
Okay, so you get a good hit in on it. Roll your damage.
All right. That's 14.
That does, okay, so that gets a good wound to it. You
Yay!
guys, you get its attention away from Galahad, and you parry an attack, and you kind of go in, and you manage to dance around for like a couple of moments before you find the perfect place to actually jab your sword and give it a nice cut right along the webbing of one of its wings.
Suck
It
it, turn
howls
back.
in displeasure. All right. So, it's now the Wyvern's turn, but everybody who was out of the combat can get into the combat who wants to at this point in time.
All right.
So is this round 2 then?
Yeah, this will be round 2. We're starting off round 2.
Okay. Hey, Wizard, you want in on this?
Just give it a minute. Just like defend yourself for like 3 rounds.
Can't you just turn your spell off?
Nope.
Okay. I'm going to run in and defend Galahad.
Actually, I don't know if I can. Let's find out.
You can dispel it.
I can't do counter spell on my own spell.
Yeah, I mean, you could cast another spell to get rid of it if you really wanted to.
So I know. But do other things while I look that up.
Okay. I'll kill everybody while you're busy looking that up.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. I don't think it's gonna actually. Okay, roll your defense, Gawain.
All right. Hold on. Let me. What is my
Which is gonna be your def plus getting medieval.
Okay. And that is going to be 13.
Don't quite beat that. All right, so I'm gonna do. Okay, what's your metal?
My metal
Actually,
is.
what's your damage reduction first? Because you've got a bunch of armor on, don't you?
I do. Damage reduction. Where do I have that on my sheet? Ah, there it is. 8 for melee.
Okay, so it attacks you. Another claw attack. It goes for Gawain, but it's this time it doesn't actually get its claws into the armor and isn't able to get past it. Just kind of scrapes along the outside of it ineffectively.
Yay!
Galahad binds the wound. All right, who else is in? Who else wants to take a turn?
I'm in there, but I'm reserving my action to try and help defend whoever it goes after next.
Okay, it just went after Gawain as you were walking up. It's not going to go after anybody else until the next round.
Right.
So
Hit it with your giant axe,
you
dude.
can't attack it this time and then defend next time.
All right. Then my melee attack is 7. I rolled a 6. And a 4 makes 17.
Okay. $17, right? So I have to keep that. And it does not. So you do damage. So roll your
Okay.
damage.
I rolled a 4 and a 3. The 4 explodes for another 3, makes a total of 10.
Okay. Okay, so you hit it, but your sword bounces off of its scaly hide. So you rush in to attack it, and you take a good swing for where you think is going to be a good, or a poke, depending on where you think is going to be a good
It's an axe.
slash.
So,
It's an
yeah.
axe. So yeah, you're slashing. You misjudge the actual thickness of the thing's skin, and it kind of goes skidding off of it again. A few scales drop on the ground, but you don't actually do any damage to it.
Well,
Anybody else this round? Wizard?
I can attempt. Yeah, I can attempt to dispel my own spell, but I don't see anything about needing to concentrate or anything else to hold up a spell. So
Okay.
I'm going to try and dispel the thing I just cast, presuming that Dagonet and everybody are out of
Yeah.
sight and everything.
Dagonet is on his way away from here, quite a ways away. Wouldn't see it get transformed back.
Got it. Nope, that's failure.
All right, it's still a wyvern.
I'm gonna take a shot then.
Oh, that's right. You got your sniper rifle.
Yeah, I set down my briefcase, put it all together, hear all the screaming steadily. But I probably don't hit. That's only a 9.
No,
I
that
hope you don't hit one of us.
doesn't hit it. I don't even have to roll for that.
Okay. Done. I inform everybody that their screaming's throwing my shot off.
Okay. Anybody else this round on the knightly side?
Galahad was binding her wounds, so I think that's the only other person here.
Yes. All right. So now we start the third round. The wyvern makes a screeching sound and is going to go after Gawain again, but Gorloy is going to step in the way.
Yep.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so you're sacrificing your turn, and you're going to step in the way.
Mm-hmm. Need my block.
Yeah, roll your blocking, which is going to be your death plus getting medieval.
Okay, that's a 6. I rolled a 5 for 11.
It's not enough.
I assume I'm only wearing my suit weave. Right? Because
that
we're
would
not
make-
bunking around there in heavy armor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's 4 points.
Okay. Okay, so how much damage reduction you have? Did you say 4?
4, yeah, for the suit weave.
What's your metal?
My metal is 3.
Okay. Okay, so you're going to take 2 wounds.
Okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
nasty.
I have fortitude.
Yeah, that will just that'll mean that next round you can avoid the penalties that you would otherwise have. I don't know. Do you get penalties at 2 wounds in? It's on the character sheet. No, it's not. Yeah, I don't remember. Combat here somewhere. I'll worry about that next turn. The wyvern turns to come down on Gawain with its claws, but instead it finds that Gorloy is in the way, and it slashes through his suit weave and leaves a nice big gash right along his Actually, let me roll a die and figure out where he gashed. Ooh, right in your groin.
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah, it's up in your upper thigh. There's a nice gash there. Now that's bleeding. Now it's your guys' turn. Whoever wants to go.
Okay, I'm gonna get one of my wands, and I'm gonna hold it and go, here, boy, here you go, go get it, because it's still a chihuahua.
Okay, fuck, what the hell? What the hell am I gonna make you roll for that?
I would just have it roll like an intelligence check.
Maybe, I guess. Dang it, switch back and forth, Pat, so late. See, it's not that intelligent.
Oh, menacing.
It did roll a 6, though.
He wouldn't do anything.
And
What, dude, nothing?
you were talking about?
Uh-huh.
I'm over here now.
Get out! Yeah. And now that I've been completely distracted, what the hell was I doing? Alright, I was trying to figure out if it was going to be smart enough to actually not run away from after that. It actually rolled a 6 and then a 5 on its flex dice, so it's successfully saved. And it looks kind of in the direction of the thrown wand, but doesn't go after it. But now you don't have a wand. Just FYI.
What's that?
Your wand is now... Oh, you have mini wands, don't you? You just pick
Yeah,
one.
like 9.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Who's next?
I will have a go.
All right, go for it.
All right. Six again. Nice. That's 10, and that is 17.
Okay, you hit.
Woo!
Well-
Delali. Ooh, wait a minute. That explodes. That is 20.
Ooh.
I never roll this well. This is great.
So you
That's
actually...
Great, making wyvern.
You said you got a 20, right?
Yeah.
So you do 3 wounds to it.
Ooh!
So Gawain manages to get in there, and as he's watching this thing go back and forth between everything, he manages to get in there and finds this perfect sweet spot. Shoves his sword in there. And hurts it really badly.
Huzzah!
But now it's bleeding and kind of flopping around a little bit. It's getting towards the end of its lifespan, clearly. Who's next?
Does a 14 hit?
Does a 14 hit? That's a good question. Yes, it does.
And on damage, dice explode.
If you have the right... Which I think all of you should. What is it?
Only for swords and only if you're a knight.
Yeah.
That's fine. 17 then.
17?
Yeah.
10. So, okay, you finish it off. From the building, Bert. You have a sniper rifle?
Yeah.
Shoots it in the head, and it turns back into a chihuahua as it flops down onto the ground, quite dead.
That's pretty well done. Well done, everyone. Well, I'm gonna go put this in the trash.
I'm sad for the chihuahua.
I pick up the dog and throw it away. Thanks, Wyvern.
Berlin says he'll send out a cleanup team.
But
Next
it's
time,
trash.
just
A report.
do it in an illusion.
And he's sending a report to Lancelot.
Can we also find out the old guy's address and send him a new puppy?
Yes, you can, if you track him down.
With a lovely fruit basket.
Yes.
Sorry about your dog.
That's all coming out of Glenn's pay.
I'll send him.
Not that we're admitting to anything, however.
I'll send him a chocolate lab. We have like Eakers and Erlenmeyer flasks.
I would like to point out how no one laughed.
All right. Dagonet, you get Winona over your shoulder as you're carrying her, explains to you where it is that you have to go to get her to her apartment, and you manage to get her there safely pretty quickly while all of the mayhem is going on back there.
Because the wizard didn't create any more wyverns.
Not yet.
What are you gonna do with her?
I'm just gonna say, hey, if you ever need to talk, you've obviously been through a lot, and there's stuff going on, so here's my number.
Are you hitting on me?
No, I mean it's a big city. Everybody needs a friend, right?
Right. She takes your card and closes the door quickly, and then all of all the chains going on, and then locks, and then a final electronic lock that goes.
Breaking it up from the inside.
Back on the street, tending to wounds now, I assume.
Yeah, how badly hurt is Galahad exactly?
She's got 1 wound down, and Gorloy has 2 wounds down.
So we should probably get you back to Valiant Medical Center or something, right?
Back home? Yeah, probably. Might be a good idea. Unless somebody knows how to make it stop bleeding.
Let's do that.
Unfortunately, that means because it hit her in the foot, she can't actually ride her motorcycle back, so she has to go in the van with everybody else, which is... She knows the smell.
Yeah.
Bleeding and drunk. Kind of falling over.
Well, at least it isn't an unmarked white van. We're hurrying the wounded drunken woman into.
Alright, you guys want to do anything else? Or are you going back home? What are you going to do?
Are we tracking the sports car via traffic cams?
Right, sports car via traffic cams. Celia, give me a hacking roll at a difficulty of 17.
Are you still hanging out at the bar?
Yes. Someone's got to drink all this booze. Might as well be me. Okay. I'm sorry, what was that target number?
17.
17 becomes Oh, I had that backwards. Okay, that becomes a 14. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Which isn't 17.
No.
Are you sure?
No, it's not, but I get, my targets are reduced by 2.
Right. Targets are reduced by 2, so it is a success. Okay. As all of the mayhem is going on outside, you calmly sit in the bar sipping at your champagne. I mean, the place is cleared out by now. The wyvern attack just made everybody just leave.
Good.
But you're just sitting there chilling out and drinking and watching the traffic cams and following this car as it goes through the city, and it does not go to the penthouse of the who owns the... Did really? It does not go to the place where the owner of the car is, but she does go to another penthouse at another nice place in another part of town. And you have
Okay. I will relay the address / part of town to the gang. And is it an area that we are familiar with, or that we would be familiar with?
No, not really.
Okay. Okay.
It's not in Valiant territory, and it's not in the territory that you guys usually patrol.
Does the car? I'm assuming the signal hangs out there the signal.
Yeah.
The car hangs out there for a while or parks.
Yeah, she gives the car to the valet parking.
Oh, okay. Oh wait, yeah, penthouse. Yeah. Okay. So yes, we'll relay that information and ask if people are going over there, and if possibly I could get a ride home, because I'm too drunk to leave this bar.
We'll pick you up in the bloody van on the way back.
Yeah, it says it's just a flesh wound. Let's go to her place.
I can see the bone.
Yeah, I can see tendons.
I'd also like to point out Celia's a pretty decent medic. Good stuff on the way over there.
Decent.
Well, let's pick her up. Come on.
All right.
Who's driving this Scooby-Doo mobile? Mystery.
One of the two people who hasn't been drinking.
Well, it's my van, so I presume I'm driving. But I'm not good at driving.
Galahad messages Celia and says, "Don't forget to bring the rest of that champagne."
I drank it.
Oh, yes! Exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point.
I might have a problem.
Birthday cake frog smiley face.
Damn it, we're out of booze and I'm wounded. Look, Corloy is wounded worse and he's an old man. We definitely need to get more booze. Yes.
All right. So here's what we do. I'm going to turn the van around.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to stop and get a bottle of Jameson's. And then I'm going to go pick up Celia, who's going to patch up our wounded in the back of my bloody van.
Okay. How do you patch up wounded?
We haven't done it yet, so I'm excited to do it.
Alright.
That's for unskilled ability checks. That's not helpful. Damage. Wounds greater than 2 go into shock. That's not helpful either.
It's one of the.
Medicine, page 23.
Yeah, almost there. Oh, wow. No, I'm not. Okay. There we go.
Oh, I have a skin gun, and hopefully that will help.
I forgot about that.
But I forgot to write down the whatever mechanics for it. Oh well.
It should be on page 110.
Yeah, that's in the inventory stuff, basically.
Like, I have stuff for healing, but it's only how, healing oneself. It's not assisted. Whatever.
Well, what exactly are you trying to do? Gorloy doesn't need to be stabilized or anything, does he?
Well, the skin can it closes incisions and laser bonds skin and soups, dermal skin, does all sorts of cool stuff. Healing nanobots. I mean, look at that. It's just a
Yeah, it cuts
It's really cool.
in half.
Yeah. So for each of these, you're going to be making one for Galahad and one for Gorloy. You're going to be making a knowledge plus sciences medicine skill check with a target number of 9.
So here's a question for you. Do I take any penalties because I'm pissed off my ass?
Yes, actually you do. You have a -2 penalty for being drunk.
-2?
Anyway.
Alright. Ooh, 6, 6 again, 12. 13 plus 5 is 18. 18.
Who are you working on first?
Whoever is most wounded.
Okay, that would be Gorloy. All right, so that's for 1 turn per room. Okay, so it takes 2 to if an order the healer must begin again, but once complete the wound, penalty disappears and healing time improves to 12 hours instead of 24 per room. Okay, so now Gorloy, you still have 2 wounds, but well, actually, for the sake of brevity, it heals 1 wound.
Okay.
So you still have 1 more wound that'll heal in 24 hours.
Okay.
However, any strenuous activities such as fighting, running, etc., done within that time, you have a 60% chance minus your metal of actually reopening that wound. So, you might want to take it easy. Just saying.
Right. Hey, cool. I'm cool with that.
All right. Now make a second knowledge plus sciences medicine check to see if you do the same for Galahad.
5, 10.
Okay, successful.
Yay.
Her wound will heal in 12 hours. And is currently not giving her any trouble anymore.
Hooray.
She is very happily drinking again. Which means once you guys get back to the keep, or no, are you going to go back to the keep, or are you going to follow Melinda?
Let's follow Melinda. Unless people have objections to that. I mean, it's 10:19 where I am now. I don't know how long.
Yeah, I think we should probably tie up here-ish, but let's tie up.
Threw in an extra level of combat.
It's all right. Let's tie up with the idea of where we're gonna go next time, though. Let's put a save point here. So you guys have gotten to do the healing thing, and now you're gonna go to her place. So I'll let you guys argue about whether or not that's a good idea.
It's a great idea. Let's do it.
Whose place are we going to?
Melinda's.
Oh, absolutely.
It's great.
It's not just a great idea, it's the best idea.
It's the best. Let's get some more champagne on the way.
Yes.
I got a bottle of whiskey in the trunk.
Yes.
Let's have some champagne delivered to
Woohoo!
her place.
I can
With a
arrange
note
that.
that says, "Thank you for a magical evening."
I have
Yes.
I like it.
curious, Bert. Are you going to report all of the drinking on the job?
Absolutely.
No. Don't do it.
Yeah. No, it all gets recorded. It all gets handed through.
Considering that one of the drunk people is the hacker, I suspect it's probably not going to actually make it anywhere in the system. I'm like, oops, where'd that go?
Now, whether or not I spin it as necessary,
It's always necessary. It says so in my file.
I've got an idea. We send her a bottle of champagne, and I turn it into a wyvern.
Oh.
I can't actually do that. It has to be a living thing.
Really?
Yeah. That's why I was looking for a cat or a chihuahua or something.
There's a really good champagne.
send her a bottle of tequila with the worm still in.
Because a bottle of champagne that's transformed into a wyvern is going to do what a bottle of champagne does and just sit there.
It'll make it easier to kill.
Be a lot easier to kill. Unlike a chihuahua, who's going to act like a chihuahua, but is in fact.
All right, let's say goodbye to the internet.
Goodbye,
Fine.
Internet.
Goodbye.